We're gonna go ahead and do the brief exercise in chapter 3, number 11. And the question is, from the ledger balances below, prepare a trial balance for Peat Company at June 30th, 2017. All account balances are normal. And a trial balance is where we list, or it proves mathematical equality and the debits and credits. It uncovers errors in journalizing and posting, and it's also useful in preparing financial statements. So we're gonna go ahead and title our graph, which is Peat Company. Then we're gonna name the type of graph. So we're doing a trial balance. And then we're going to enter the date. So this is for June 30th, 2017. And the first thing we want to do is we want to list all account titles and balances. And one important tip for when we're doing the trial balance is to make sure that we put it in order. So we want to start off with assets, which is cash. So we'll start with cash. And account receivables. And then we go into, so next we got equipment, still under assets. And then we go into liabilities, which is an accounts payable. And then we go into stockholders' equity. We have common stock. And dividends. And then we go into revenues and expenses. So we have service revenue. And then salaries and wages expenses. And then rent expenses. So you see here we listed it. We went from assets to liabilities, stockholder equities, revenues, and expenses. And then from there, we're just going to enter the balances in each one. So we have our debit column where we list all the debits. And then we have our credits column where we list all the credits. So we know cash is a debit, so we enter the balance for cash, which is $5,400. Accounts receivable is another debit, which we have at $3,000. Equipment is debits as well, which we have at $13,000. And then accounts payable we would put under a credit, which we have at $1,000. Common stock is another credit, and we have that at $18,000. And then our dividends, we go back to the debit side, and we have that at $1,200. Service revenue goes back to credit, which we have at $8,600. And then our expenses are under the debits column, which we have at $4,000 and $1,000. And then our final step is we total the debits and credits column. So if you add up the total debits, it comes out to $27,600. And if you add up the total credits, it is also $27,600. And you want to make sure and verify that the two columns, so the debits and the credits, always equal the same amount. And there you have your complete trial balance sheet.